You're using time to SLA and your SLA panel is blank. Why is that? Well, the answer will be in this video, which is part of our effort to deliver high quality learning materials about Jira, Confluence, and all of the apps surrounding this beautiful ecosystem. If you want to support this, then consider subscribing. And also, of course, you can reach out to us for paid services that we do offer in this area. And now back to the SLA. And let's talk about this SLA panel. So if you're using the app for Jira called Time to SLA, and you're trying to configure your SLAs, very often the customers that try to do this by themselves, they reach out to us saying that they have very simple, from our perspective at least, problem, which stops them from being able to see the SLA panel on the level of a Jira issue. So let's take a look at what we have over here. So we have a project Time to SLA Playground, and we're looking at the user story. And as you can see, the SLA panel, even though it's being displayed over here, is blank, right? I can hide it, I can show it back again, but really nothing changes, and the panel just stays blank. There is no data in it. So how is it possible? How do you fix this? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to tell you. And I have to start with mentioning that there are several reasons for this. And one of those is status. So the start of the SLA might not be defined according to the proper status. So let's take a look at this first. If you go to the configuration of my Time to SLA, you will see that my configuration is super simple over here. I didn't want to have it too complicated for the video. I'll go to edit the SLA that I have edited, and you will see that over here, as my starting conditions, I had start status equals to open, but my issue actually doesn't have an open status. It has to do status as the first one. So I absolutely have to change the status or change this start condition for my SLA, and that will fix my problem. Also, you will see over here that after saving the changes, I need to recalculate the data. So that means that we will go now into all of the issues that I specify over here by the JQL condition. And then if I hit start, all of those issues will be recalculated by the plugin so that the proper information is displayed on the level of every SLA panel. And as you can see, my recalculation started, it's running, and it will take a while. So I'm going to use some post-editing magic over here to get all the way to the end of this. And here we are, it's finished. So now let's go back to my project and let's revisit the issue. The issue is the user story I've been looking at, this one. And now you will be able to see that the SLA panel, there it is. It's loaded. It's loaded. It's not configured perfectly yet because I have been still playing around with it. So it's missing some crucial information, but it's here. Right? So that's exactly what we were looking for. Now, an important thing to mention is, as I said at the beginning, this might not be the only problem that you will encounter while trying to figure out why your SLA panel is blank. So another one that you may want to take a look at is, let me go back to edit SLA again over here. Another one that might be worth looking at is the JQL that is written over here, because this JQL defines which issues will be using your defined SLA in general. So if you're looking at the issue that doesn't fit this criteria, then it will not have anything in its SLA panel. It might actually be missing the section, the SLA panel section altogether, right? So that's another thing worth checking out. And of course, regenerate is another thing. So after making any changes over here, always remember to regenerate the data. What else could be happening? Well, if you're using goals, and you definitely should, so if you're using goals and you're using negotiation date or dynamic duration options, then this might be causing the problems because maybe they are not set properly. So just for the test, what we advise is to change it to one of the easy ones. So for example, duration or next business day. and save it with this setting and see if it helps, if it fixes the problem. If it does, then you know now that the problem is in negotiation date or dynamic duration date, but I'm not going to go into the details of what these mean and how to work with them. That is covered in our training that we provide for this tool. Another one is permissions. So if you're having trouble with viewing, it might be connected with permissions. So there is a permission section over here. And if you visit this, make sure that the person that has the problem, maybe it's you, has the right set of permissions to actually view the SLA panel. And another one that is very simple, but sometimes happens, is due to the misconfiguration, even though the default setup is what is as what you can see over here, the SLA panel might be disabled over here in the display options, right? So at least one of those has to be enabled so that you are able to actually see the panel itself, right? And the data inside the panel too. So hopefully this will help you clear out any problems regarding your blank SLA panel in Time to SLA app for Jira. And if this has been helpful, then consider subscribing to the channel or just reaching out to us for any kind of paid services that we do offer in regards to this app or many other apps in the Atlassian ecosystem, Jira and Confluence included. I personally think that this is a very, very good app with you if you want to track your tickets in terms of SLAs and you want to motivate your teams to be able to reach the goals according to the SLAs. And of course, it allows you to save some costs compared to buying the license for the Jira Service Management, which is like a separate application that you have to have running right next to your Jira core, Jira software, for example. So in terms of licensing, this will allow you to save some costs, which I think it's definitely worth looking into. Of course, it doesn't have all the benefits, all the features, all the functionalities that come with Jira Service Management. But if you are looking just for the SLAs, this might be a solution just for you. So again, thank you very much. I hope this was helpful. You've been awesome, and I'll be seeing you in one of the next videos.